Both Switzerland and Bosnia and Herzegovina walked into this World Cup with almost the exact same story. Both took the lead in their opening match. Both watched that lead disappear in the final 15 minutes. Switzerland led Qatar through a Breel Embolo penalty before conceding late. Bosnia led Canada through a Jovo Lukic header before conceding with 12 minutes left. Two teams who know exactly how it feels to be 90 seconds from a win and walk away with a draw instead. Tonight at SoFi Stadium, one of them has to write a different ending, because in Group B, a second dropped result on match day 2 could be the difference between controlling your own destiny and needing a miracle on the final day. Stick around, because we're breaking down the tactics, the key duels, the predicted lineups, and the score we think settles this one. Welcome back to Football Kick Theory. On paper, Group B looked like one of the calmer groups at this World Cup. After match day 1, it's already a genuine 4-team fight. Switzerland are still considered favorites here, and the bookmakers agree. But Bosnia and Herzegovina did not arrive at this tournament by accident. This is a squad that eliminated 4-time world champions Italy in the qualification playoffs, then knocked out a fancied Wales side to book their ticket to North America. Their captain has spent this week telling anyone who will listen that Bosnia is done being treated like the plucky underdog. Let's get into why this match could be one of the most revealing fixtures of the entire group stage. Start with Switzerland. Murat Yakin's side remain one of the most reliable national teams in Europe, built on structure, tactical discipline, and a collective identity that rarely cracks under pressure. Against Qatar, that identity mostly held. Switzerland controlled large stretches of the match, took the lead in the 20th minute, and looked set to begin this tournament with 3 points. Then the concentration slipped. Qatar found an equalizer late, and a performance that should have ended in 3 points ended in 1. That single lapse tells you almost everything you need to know heading into this match. Switzerland's floor is high. They are difficult to break down, they press with intelligence, and they have players who have lived through major tournaments before. But their ceiling depends on whether they can close matches out, not just control them. If their attacking players struggle to add a second or third goal early, this match stays tighter than their reputation suggests it should. Team form: Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now, Bosnia and Herzegovina. For years, the conversation around this team was about talent that never quite finished the job. That conversation is changing. Beating Italy and Wales to reach this World Cup was not a fluke. It was a statement. Against Canada, you saw exactly what makes this squad dangerous, and exactly what still makes them vulnerable. Jovo Lukic's header gave them a deserved first-half lead, built on genuine technical quality in midfield and real threat in transition. But for the second half running, Bosnia's defensive concentration faded, and Canada equalized with 12 minutes to go. That pattern, strong start, dangerous moments, late defensive lapse, is the single biggest swing factor in this entire match. If Bosnia can find 90 minutes of discipline instead of 70, they have more than enough quality to seriously trouble Switzerland. Let's get into the matchups that could decide this. In central midfield, Granit Xhaka against Benjamin Tahirovic. Xhaka is the heartbeat of this Swiss side. His passing range and his composure under pressure let Switzerland dictate tempo. And when he controls a match, Switzerland tend to win it. Tahirovic represents the opposite approach: energy, vertical passing, and a willingness to drive forward rather than simply recycle possession. Whoever wins this individual battle is very likely to win the wider midfield battle. And whoever wins the midfield battle is very likely to win the match. Then there's the matchup that might matter most in the penalty area: Edin Džeko against Manuel Akanji. Džeko is closing in on the end of an extraordinary international career, and there have been real questions about his fitness this week. If he plays, this is a player who has scored against the best center backs in the world for 2 decades, and his movement and finishing instincts inside the box remain genuinely elite. Akanji, on the other hand, is one of the most reliable defenders in Europe, someone who reads danger before it develops and rarely gets dragged out of position. If Džeko gets even one clean half chance in this match, it could be his last real opportunity to leave a mark on a World Cup. That story alone is worth tuning in for. And honestly, storylines like that are exactly why we built this channel. If you want this kind of tactical breakdown for every single World Cup matchup, hit subscribe to Football Kick Theory right now, because we're covering every group, every key duel and every score prediction all the way through the final. Outside the center, keep an eye on Switzerland's wide players against Bosnia's fullbacks. Switzerland like to isolate wingers in one-on-one situations, and Amar Dedić in particular will need to balance his attacking instincts with defensive discipline, because if he gets caught upfield, Switzerland have the pace to punish that space in seconds. Tactically, this is a clash of philosophies. Switzerland are expected to line up in a flexible back four, prioritizing control, patient possession, structured pressing, and a refusal to be rushed into bad decisions. Bosnia are more likely to sit in a compact shape and look to break quickly through their technical midfielders, using Džeko's movement and their forwards' pace in behind. The team that wins first touches in midfield transitions will likely dictate the rhythm of the entire match. And don't discount set pieces. Both squads have physical, aerially dominant players, and in tight World Cup matches, a single dead ball moment is often the difference between 3 points and 1. The history between these two nations. Here's something most previews won't tell you. Since Bosnia and Herzegovina became an independent nation, these two countries have only met once competitively, a friendly in Zurich back in 2016, which Bosnia won 2-0 thanks to goals from Edin Džeko and Miralem Pjanic. Go back further, and the rivalry actually traces to Yugoslavia, when Switzerland faced a Yugoslav side that gave them real trouble across the 20th century, including a 3-0 defeat at the 1950 World Cup. The takeaway is simple. Whenever this corner of the Balkans has faced Switzerland on the biggest stage, the result has rarely gone the way Switzerland wanted. Now to the lineups, and there's real uncertainty heading into this one. Switzerland, predicted. Kobel in goal, a back four of Zakaria, Elvedi, Akanji, and Rodriguez. Ebischer, Xhaka, and Freuler controlling midfield, with Ndoye, Mbolo, and Manzambi providing the attacking threat. Bosnia and Herzegovina, predicted. The biggest question marks here are Džeko and Sead Kolasinac, both dealing with fitness doubts this week. If they're available, expect Vasily in goal, Dedić, Katic, Muharemovic, and Kolasinac across the back. Bajraktarevic, Tahirovic, Basic, and Memic in midfield, with Demirovic and Lukic leading the attack alongside Džeko if he's fit enough to start. 3 big questions. That brings us to the 3 questions that really decide this match. Number 1. Can Bosnia find 90 minutes of defensive discipline instead of 70? They've shown they can create, and they've shown they can lead. What they haven't shown yet at this tournament is the ability to close a match out. Number 2. Does Granit Xhaka get time and space to dictate tempo? When he controls the rhythm, Switzerland are extremely difficult to beat. Stopping him without conceding fouls in dangerous areas is Bosnia's biggest tactical priority. Number 3. Is this the match where Bosnia finally proves the underdog label doesn't fit anymore? They've already beaten Italy and Wales to get here. Beating Switzerland on a World Cup stage would be the loudest possible statement yet. So how does it actually play out? We're calling this one 2-1 to Switzerland, and it comes back to the exact same theme we opened with. Both of these teams know how to take a lead. The question is, which one can finally protect it? Switzerland's tournament experience and defensive structure give them a slight edge in those final 20 minutes, the same stretch where both sides lost control last time out. Bosnia should create enough to make this competitive, and if Džeko finds one more moment of magic, this scoreline could easily look different by full time. But our read is that Switzerland's composure under pressure just edges it. So that's our breakdown for Switzerland against Bosnia and Herzegovina. A match that could swing entirely on which team finally learns to close out a lead. What's your score prediction? Drop it in the comments, and if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed to Football Kick Theory so you don't miss our coverage of every remaining match in this World Cup. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.